Hey, it's Brent with another question from a reader. It says, hey Brent, what is an average time frame it can take for a woman to call after casually giving her your number? Do they normally play the waiting game? Well, yes and no, and it depends on how much of the right guy you were, number one, and what's going on in their life. So there's two things that can happen here. Usually, if you're being the right guy and she's on top of it and she's interested and she's feeling inspired, you may hear from her, within the hour of meeting her saying, hey, it was great meeting you, let's get together. Or if she's got a busy life, it could be a couple days. Either way, I wouldn't worry about it. Now, if women are never calling you, or they're waiting 3 weeks or a month and maybe you hear from them, then there is probably an issue with how you are giving it out and or your vibe when you're giving it out. So if you're pushing it on them or you're mentioning it too many times and you're kind of forcing it down their throat, so to speak, which is now become making you a pursuer because you want them to have it, you need them to have it, okay? And if you are coming from that vibe, right? So you want, need, and you're still not, you're giving out your number, but you're only giving out your number in order to get, rather than just giving out your number and then moving on. But your story is that you give out your number, and the women you give your number to always call, always not call, but they always text immediately and proposition you and want to get together. Okay, so that's my answer, pretty much. You never know. Although I will tell you that there are some cases, because women are just busy in their lives, where you might give out a number and receive a text, 2 or 3 months later, a year later. I've had that happen to me. But here's the issue. If you are doing things consistently and you're going out all the time and you're socializing, you won't care, right? So you would only care if you gave out your number to one woman and she doesn't call for a while and you start to obsess and worry about it, which you shouldn't be doing, okay? So if you're giving it out enough, and I don't mean forcing it, okay? But if you're socializing and putting yourself in a position to create opportunity to give out your number, then you're going to have women texting it all different time frames. An hour later, that night, the next day, a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, 3 months later, okay? And so on and so forth. Okay, so listen, I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.